Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha Kodash, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Wabrakatham unto the elect. This is the brother Gabar from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and I'm back with another lesson. And this is going to be going over when you please Yahweh, then the rest doesn't matter because he's taking care of the rest for you. And of course, we do our part. All right, we go to work, we use this world, but not abuse this world. Okay, but understanding that the chief thing is to please the Lord. Okay, let me grab a quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Matter of fact, we're going to get this in the NLT. I like how it says it in the NLT. Pretty edifying. Proverbs 4 and 7 in the NLT. It says, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment. Okay, so acquiring the wisdom of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, all right, that is the wisest thing you can be doing, as the Lord only loves those that dwell with wisdom. All right, we just went into yesterday, Saturday, about, all right, being spiritual, all right, with the wisdom of the Most High, applying it, what it is, okay, the root of it being the fear of the Lord, all right, so without the wisdom, you have nothing, okay, so this wisdom is very, very, very important, all right, for our livelihood. And also the Most High set it up to where as you prioritize wisdom, all right, because it's the most valuable thing you could ever acquire, all right, which is a gift, all right, as you acquire it, all right, everything else is going to fall in line. The Most High is going to direct everything for you, all right. Let me grab another precept. Okay, this is the wisest thing you could be doing. All right, the wisest thing you can be doing. Let the Most High be your guide. All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And I'm going straight to the point, because it's around like verse 70 on down. It speaks about the days of trouble coming. All right. Let's get this. 2nd Ezra 16 and 75. It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt. Right, because the time of trouble is coming. Okay, but we don't have to be afraid, because the Lord did not give us the spirit of fear. All right, he gave us a spirit of a sound mind and power and love, as the scriptures say. All right, we don't have to doubt. All right, Sirach 2 and 10. The Lord is always there for his people. Okay, but going into the point, as it says, 2nd Ezra 16, 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide. And that's spelled Guide. All right, let's grab this. This is the wisest thing you could be doing, man. All right, getting near to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai via his wisdom. Okay, this word guide, it says a person who advises or shows the way to others. All right, it says a person who advises others, especially in matters of behavior or belief, show or indicate the way to someone, direct or have an influence on the course of action of someone or something. And then the similar words right there, when it says influence on the course of action, it says direct, control, steer, run, lead, conduct, rule, govern. Right, the Lord is keeping you. His angels, all right, they're given charge to keep you in all of your ways, which is to protect you. All right, so he's giving you the way of guidance, the choices to make, giving you the discernment, all right, between choices, having that judgment, developing that good judgment, okay, and what to do literally in your day-to-day life, whatever it is, minute things and larger things. But it did say influence, and understanding through that wisdom is where that influence, all right, is coming from. Okay, let's grab that. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 in verse it's like keep the nose running. Verse 25 is going into, I started 24. Wisdom Solomon 7:24 says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. All right, so wisdom will move you. Okay, it says it will move you to do, all right, certain things. All right, it says she passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. Verse 25 is also the point. It says, for she is the breath of the power of Yahweh. It's pure power, man. Wisdom is up there by the throne of the Most High. All right. It says, in a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. You see, a pure influence. That's the influence. Now let me finish it. It says, therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. All right. So wisdom is that influence, man. The Lord having a spirit, all right, on his men, okay, and that's influencing them to do certain things, okay, to speak certain words, all right, to think a particular way, all right, to go about life a particular way, okay, to initiate the scriptures in everyday life, to move with the fear of the Lord, ultimately, all right, and that's what you want, all right, so prioritize that, all right, because it's the main thing, it's the wisest thing you could do. And the Lord has everything taken care of. He's guiding you. All right. As you put him on the forefront of your life. Matthew 6:33. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Right. Well, you know, what you're going to eat. Because it goes, when you read Matthew chapter 6. All right. When you read up from verse 33, it speaks about that. All right, like in verse 31, when it says, Matthew 6:31, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed, right? You know, you're not going to have to have those particular worries, because as you are doing the work of the Most High and you putting him on the forefront, the Lord is going to prepare a way for you. How you going to serve the Most High, all right, and, you know, do your lessons, you know, go to camp, whatever. How you going to how you gonna do all that and then the Most High not feeding you? You gonna die. He not give you food and water. All right, you don't got clothes to go, you know, outside of what, you know, the Most High is gonna provide. All right, it's gonna be provided for. Okay, so we don't have to worry about these things. So as long as you're pleasing Yahweh Bashim Al Shai and you keeping that first, everything else does not matter. He's the guide. All right, he's influencing you. Okay, he's providing all these things along the way. All right, and the Most High will really, as you know, we have what we need. All right, but the Most High, he will even give you particular things that you want as well. All right, particular things. All right, or if you're trying to come up on, you might be trying to come up on a little more money. Might be a position open for you, you know, where your situation could be bettered. All right, or just more comfortable a little bit, or whatever it is, and the Most High will allow you, all right, to, you know, fulfill that or whatever, as long as the prioritizing is correct. All right, it's not that thing first, but it's him first, unless, all right, he lets you destroy yourself. Okay, because you got to remember, he's in control. Okay, he's omnipotent, so you got to remember, all right, hey, you put Yahweh Bashim Al Shai first. All right, you put this wisdom first. All right, the Most High is taking care of everything else. All right, that doesn't mean you just, you know, you read and then you just sit there and you don't do nothing day after day, week after week. You just lazy. No, the Most High does not deal with laziness at all. Okay, like the scripture that even speaks about, look at the ant, go to the ant, thou sluggard. All right, because you know those things, they be lifting stuff, I believe, a lot of times their body weight, and they work all the time. All right, so he don't deal with that. All right, but just having the conscience of, okay, you know, you're day in and day out, you doing the things that please the Lord, all right, first. Okay, and if not, then, you know, you're repenting and working harder towards putting those things first. Okay, moving with the fear of the Lord. All right, thinking before certain decisions, thinking before all decisions. Okay, but everything else will be added. All right, it will be added if you please the Lord first. All right, you please the Lord, it will be added. All right, you see how that's the relationship. Okay, so focus on pleasing the Lord. All right, and then everything else is gonna be, the Lord gonna make a way. All right. And I do I do want to grab this Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, how is that gonna happen? Only if you're moving with the fear of the Lord, you're moving with wisdom. Okay. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh, you see this? So the Lord does something for you. It says he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. You see? So pleasing the Lord is really the end all be all. Pleasing the Lord or not. The Lord can make a judge be at peace with you. A judge in a court, man. A wicked judge in a court even. Okay? Because you're pleasing the Lord. The Lord can make a cop. All right, you might get pulled over or something. He might just let you go. Ah, damn. My bad. Yeah, I did, whatever. And you're like, all right, man, get home, man. Or whatever. The certain, just certain things. All right. And the Lord it could just be peace. And this can go in a lot of different ways. All right. Specifically, as the scripture is saying, yes, your enemies to be at peace with you. All right. But the Lord, as it says, he maketh. All right. The Lord is doing something for you because you're doing something for him. And of course, our righteousness is as filthy rags. Don't get it twisted. OK, but through the blood of Yahweh Shah being justified and being bought. OK, with his blood. All right, as that down payment. All right, the Lord is accepting you. All right, and he's dealing with you. Okay, so please the Lord, man. Please the Lord. It's going to only be beneficial to you. It's a profit. It's a huge profit. It's better than gold and silver. Psalms 145 and 19. It says, he will fulfill the desire of them that fear the Lord. All right, the fear of the Lord is the root of wisdom. So those that walk with wisdom. It says he also will hear their cry. You see, who cry? The ones that are walking with wisdom that fear the Lord. Okay, when you crying out, all right, the Lord is going to hear your cry. What does that mean? You read on. He also will hear their cry and will save them. You see? All right, now the scripture says that his salvation is nigh unto them that fear him. You see? So when you please the Lord, nothing else matters. All right. And having the conscience and knowing that you're going to fear the Lord more and you're going to prioritize it more, doing the things that he wants you to do, pitting off the things that he don't want you to do. All right. Pitting off evil thoughts and stuff. All right. You're going to be thinking like that because if I please the Lord, I'm good. Everything else does not matter. If you're not pleasing the Lord and you doing everything else, all right, as in people that's in the world, all right, they do everything they do and they don't think of the fear of the Lord. All right. So, hey, you look at the things that befall these people. Okay. Even if something happen, they cry out to the Lord. He don't hear them and save them. All right. Their enemies come. They're not at peace with them. All right. Not to say danger will never come. The scripture speaks about how often danger comes, but the Most High rescues them out of them all. OK, so you're not going to go wrong with fearing the Lord, with pleasing the Lord, with wisdom. All right. It's true. All right. And it's reliable. It will not fail, as the scriptures say. OK, so please the Lord. And everything else, that's on the back burner. All right. The Lord is going to decide everything else for you. You just do what you got to do for the Lord. All right. And let the Lord work for you, man. All right. Let the Lord bless you. All right. Move with wisdom. All right. He going to put everything in your life in order. All right. Of course, you got to do your part. All right. Which, prioritizing him. Yes. All right. But using this world is not abusing it. All right. We still down here. You still got to do stuff. You still got to go to work. All right. But understanding that I ain't got to worry about these things because I know the Lord is with me. I know he got me. He said if I'm seeking the kingdom first, then the rest is going to be added anyway. So I'm going to just chill. I'm going to just do what I got to do for him. All right, and I'm gonna do what I can do carnally in my power, as in, you know, I go to work. All right, you know, side hustle, whatever, you know, doing the work, all that. Okay, and stuff that I can't control, you know, hey, that's in the Lord's power anyway. Stuff that you can control and you can't control is in His power anyway, man. All right. So that's pretty much the entire lesson. Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Kamya Sharala. Shalom.